Hi, it's Nikki here from Happy Hormones for Life, and today's Lunch and Learn I am talking about the power of testimonials and referrals. Now they're two very different things. I'm going to address each one in turn. Firstly, testimonials. Why? Why bother? Well, social proof from people that you've helped is the most powerful form of marketing by far. If you can get somebody telling someone how good you are or how the results that they've got from working with you, it's way better than any sales page, any website copy, any blog you write, any social media post. It's because it's social proof. It means somebody else has got the results from what you do. It's absolutely critical. So you need to have testimonials littered throughout your stuff. And that can be on video. So one of the most powerful ways to get testimonials is through a video, like a little phone testimonial from somebody, just talking on video about what they've done with you, what they were struggling with, etc. Written testimonials are great as well, not as powerful as video, but written testimonials are great if you have a name and a picture. If you don't have the picture or the name or both, it's going to look like a little bit weak. It's going to look like you could have made that up yourself. It's not that trustworthy. If you've got a picture of somebody on there with a name, is what I do. Go to my success stories on my website and you'll see how I do it. And you have to go through the about page because I don't have a tab for that. But have a look at the kind of things I've done on there with, I use pictures and names. What I've discovered more recently is the power of interviews. So you get somebody on a Zoom call and you're literally just interviewing them. You're asking them the testimonial as you would in a written way, but you're just doing it in a verbal way. And that is really powerful because you're sitting there with them. They're talking to you and telling everyone how amazing it was to work with you while you're sitting there. So they're not talking about anyone else. It's clearly they're talking about you. And the power of that is immense, actually. It's huge. Because you can see the connection you have, how you relate to each other. And, you know, if it's a client that you've enjoyed working with, that's even better because you'll have that rapport as well. Amazing how powerful that is. I've done a few of these now and they really are still getting people through saying, oh, I watched your case study with so-and-so and I so related to everything she said and I knew that you could help me and that kind of stuff. Really, really good for that know, like and trust factor, right? So if you've not done an interview with a client that you've helped, get that on your to-do list, set it up. Clients are more than happy to help. It's a quick chat with you. It doesn't have to be more than 10 minutes. And it can be really powerful, something to put on social media. You can put it on your website. You can put it in your profiles. Amazing, amazing, amazing. What do you ask them in a testimonial? Now, this is really key. We do not want to be emailing our clients saying, please, could you give me a testimonial? Right? Have you ever been asked that yourself? First of all, you think, oh, yeah, I'd love to do that for her. Oh, God, that's got to go on my list. I'm already overwhelmed and stressed and really busy. It's the last thing that they'll want to do. You're making it really hard for them. Don't just ask them for a testimonial. First of all, they don't know what that really means, what they've got to write. They've got to come up with something that, they did maybe a while ago and they probably can't remember. So what you do is you say, it was amazing working with you. I hope I know you've got some great results. I'd love to be able to use your story to inspire other women who may have similar issues that, would like to get them resolved. So you then create a paragraph. You create a paragraph with 4 different questions that you're answering. Firstly, what problems did they have before? So you may say, I was suffering with weight gain, brain fog, hot flushes before I met Nikki or whoever, right? So that's the first thing. The next sentence is, what did you do? How did you help? So when I worked with Nikki and the team, they helped me to rebalance my blah, 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 whatever that was. What were the results? The outcome was that I had more energy and lost half a stone and my brain fog lifted, right? Those were the results. But the 4th one is the most important question to ask. How did it impact your life? So this woman got her energy back, her brain fog. That enabled me to perform better at work and I got a promotion. Or my relationship massively improved with my kids or my husband, or, I lost so much weight I was able to fit into my clothes again and my confidence soared and I was able to go out and feel better about myself, whatever that is for that client, right? So it's not just about what results, tangible results they got, but how did it impact their lives? That's the most important line, because that's the bit that's going to resonate with that ideal client who wants that same thing, right? Whatever that is. And it doesn't have to be one, you'll have lots of different ones, hopefully. So there'll be lots of different things that they might resonate with. So those 4 questions: what problems did they have? What did you do to help? What were the results? And how did it impact their lives? Okay, those 4 questions. You don't need anything else. You don't need any more fluff than that. Those are the important things. So if you've worked with a client before and you've got some results with them, write down, what they had when they came to see you. You know what you did to help. You know what the results when you knew. If you don't know how it impacted their lives, find out, right? Because that's the important bit. You then write a paragraph for them as if they were writing it for themselves. You send that to them by email and you say, look, I know you're really busy, but I just thought I'd create a little paragraph for you. If you're happy with it, let me know. If you want to change anything or amend it, please also let me know. And, pop a little picture of yourself over and I'll get you up on the website. And hopefully this will inspire lots and lots more women. Get them involved in your mission, right? So this is about, them being part of your big mission to change the world, right? Or to change your little part of the world. And, that's part of your vision that we did in another video. So if they feel part of that, then they're really going to be quite excited about helping you with that. So you might also want to do that format, but you might also want to do a couple that include common objections. So things like cost. So some of mine say, it was the best investment I ever made. It seemed a lot up front, but I would have paid twice. Looking back at the results I got, it was priceless, that kind of stuff. Because that is, one of people's objections is cost. Another one might be time. Working with the recipes I got were really quick and easy. Couldn't believe how easy the program was. Didn't take much extra time from me, that kind of stuff. So you might want a little testimonial about, time. And the other one that comes up quite a lot is it going to be hard? Are there going to be lots of changes? So then you might want to pick a client who found it easy, found the changes easy, didn't have to make too many changes, like small tweaks, that kind of stuff. So think about your biggest objections for your clients when you're talking to them, and think about putting in a testimonial that addresses those particular objections. Then someone reading that will think, oh, it's worth the investment, or it's not going to take so much time, or it's going to be easier than I think it's going to be, right? So objections and then pain to gain, right? Those 4 questions. So write your testimonials around that kind of stuff. Where do you want to put the testimonials? Everywhere you can think of. So social media, in your posts, you should be posting at least once or twice a month a little testimonial from one of your clients. It is so important to keep reminding people what you do. Content is great. Content and education is fantastic, but remind people every couple of weeks that you're also getting really good results for people like them, right? So put a testimonial around your ideal client, people that you're obviously trying to attract, with their pain, and don't put a testimonial in from someone that's not in your niche or that is nothing like your ideal client, because you want to be attracting your ideal client and their pain and their particular things that they're going through. So posting on social media, have one on your LinkedIn profile, for instance. You've got a little feature box if you've got a LinkedIn profile on your profile. There's room to put videos and testimonials and pictures. Get one in there, definitely. Ask for LinkedIn recommendations. If one of your clients is in on LinkedIn, you can literally just do a little paragraph for them, like I just said, and say, look, would you mind copying and pasting this and putting a recommendation in my profile for me? It takes them 2 seconds, and they'll be more than happy to do that. Website, you've got to have a testimonial section on your website somewhere. You don't have to have an actual official page if you haven't got very many, but just litter them around your website. Doesn't matter where. If you look at most of my pages at the bottom, they've got some kind of 3 or 4 success stories on there. Any landing pages, if you're selling anything like a course or a group program or a workshop, you want testimonials on there, whether they're just, you edit videos together yourself, or put an interview, or just put some headshots with the text, the written ones on there. You want people thinking about working with you, need to see lots of people that have already worked with you. All through your webinars, you know, not all through, but if you're doing a webinar or a talk, you want to just mention the work you've done with clients. It's so important to keep reinforcing that you work with clients and you get great results, right? When do you do testimonials? Every time you get a good result, you want to ask someone for a testimonial. Even if, you know, it's in a college, in clinic, or if you've just helped someone in a conversation, it doesn't have to, they don't have to be officially clients. If you haven't had many clients, just get somebody to talk about, you know, something that you've said that's helped them. From that tiny thing to, you know, when you've worked with a client long term, get every single time you get a result, get a testimonial and get it up somewhere and shout about the work you do. So that's testimonials. Referrals, different thing. Why do we need to think about referrals? Well, referrals, whatever happens in your business, they are a massive chunk of your business, and it's easy marketing. You don't have to spend any money on it. It's organically natural, because if you've helped someone, they'll want to help you. And it's the easiest, quickest way to get new clients. So referrals, you cannot ignore them. And they're a big part of most businesses. Because if you're doing a good job, you're going to get lots of referrals. And that's the main thing. Who are we asking for referrals? We're asking clients, we're asking colleagues, connections, family, friends, whoever, anybody that has access to our ideal clients. Ideally, we should be asking. Now, one of our problems as human beings is we don't really ask enough. And, you know, if you're not asking for referrals on a regular basis, you're leaving money on the table and you're leaving clients that aren't getting helped, right? So ask. Ask every client at their final consultation, at in their final email. You can even have it on your email signature if you're emailing client underneath, with all your website and your social media handles and everything. We've got something like, if you've been kind enough to refer someone to me, I'm very grateful, always appreciate it, or something like that, you know? So it's kind of not like directly asking, but it's saying thank you, basically. Ask other practitioners, health practitioners in other industries or niches. Ask on social media. You don't need to reward people. Get caught up in, oh, well, I'll need to, you know, give them money or something. You don't have to do that. I've never given anybody any money for referrals. I've just made it part of my mission. So I'm on a massive mission to help a lot of women get back to their best and be rebalanced. And it's part of my big vision and my big mission. So I want to, you know, the more people involved in that mission, the better. So if you make them part of that, thank them either publicly or handwrite them a little letter to say, look, you know, you've really made my day. You know, you're part of my mission to create more balance in the world or create more empowerment for women. Make them part of that. They'll feel really good. People always want to be part of a bigger vision, right? So get them involved in yours, and make it super easy for people. Ask for the people, even if they can think of anybody, ask for their names, their contact details, or their Facebook details, so that you can go in and connect with them. You don't have to, you know, sometimes when people say, oh, I've got a friend who'd be really interested, and you go, okay, well, get them to email me or get them to visit my website. How often is that going to happen? They're not going to do it, or they're going to forget, or the person doesn't really have that direct contact, so they're going to forget or not bother. So get their details. You're not selling anything, you're just offering to help. So it's perfectly fine to contact them and offer a free call or offer a link to your website or a particular blog if they've got an issue that they need help with. So it's totally fine to contact them. You're not going to be spamming them with emails and stuff. Don't add them to your database, but just offer to help. That's all you're doing. I think that's it on testimonials and referrals. All I'd say is get them into your processes so that you are constantly asking and remembering to get them. Because if you don't do that, it's going to be something you're just going to forget about. And they're so powerful. These two tools are so powerful to attract your ideal clients and get them in and keep you busy and working. So I hope that was helpful. I'll see you very soon.